they have to be suspended. You know, as you rightly said, I took them to court.
What is up, guys? Man, Twitter ban is now trending on social media. A lot of people are talking about it ever since the government of Nigeria came out to say, man, we ban Twitter because it's anti-government at this point in time. Why should they delete Mr. President tweet? I don't know. If you violate their rules, you'll be deleted on Twitter. That is something a lot of people are now talking about. And some persons are saying that this move is a dumb move by those advising Mr. President, and that is quite disturbing to an extent. The last time I checked, Mr. President's wife's page on Twitter, the page was deactivated already, and in solidarity to his husband's move on Twitter. But another interesting part of it is that the Ministry of Information banned Twitter, suspended Twitter while still tweeting that on Twitter, and that is quite disturbing to an extent. And a lot of people are saying that, man, there's something wrong with the old folks actually ruling the country. What do you have to say about that? Before I jump right in, I want you guys to kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time I upload my videos. But if already subscribed, thank you for subscribing. Make sure you share my videos across social media platforms so that others will get to see what is trending and what we are talking about on social media. Alright, before I proceed right now, I want you to watch this interview section with one of Mr. President's, advisor and a personal friend, and so that you understand how bitter these people are towards the Igbos and the rest. They went ahead to accuse Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala even for supporting the activities of Twitter against Nigeria because she is Igbo. I don't know, this kind of finger pointing that is actually disturbing to an extent. Mr. President made a statement which happens to be a bit controversial to Twitter, to a lot of people, community out there, and they decided to remove that statement because it is inciting. And also, Facebook has gone ahead to say, man, we are deleting the same post on Facebook. Right now, are they going to ban Facebook? The next thing is to ban YouTube and ban every social media platforms in Nigeria right now because they deleted Mr. President's, post on those platforms. And I think this is tyrannic. That is something I believe about the whole thing, because before putting something up on social media, you should understand the rules and guidelines, that they use on those platforms. Even one-time president of America, Donald Trump, was suspended or has been suspended on Facebook, on Twitter for years, even on Instagram, and he is not actually saying that they should ban Instagram, Facebook, Twitter in US. Why now in Nigeria? Some people are saying that this is a dumb advice from the advisors of Mr. President, and I think it's quite disturbing to an extent.
And you are happy today, isn't it?
Yes, I'm happy, seriously. And it's clearly showing that actions cannot just happen without consequences. And Twitter, if you study their mode for the last 2 years, they have been more of an anti-Nigerian force, pro-destruction of Nigeria, than actually a platform that's supposed to advocate for freedom of expression of Nigerians. Because if you look at what happened now with the suspension of maybe removal of some of the tweets of the president, I can't see any very strong word, a vile word like that of that criminal Nnamdi Kanu that has been left to still be available on Twitter. Meanwhile, a president of a country who is democratically and legitimately elected to be the leader of a nation, making a statement, giving a language, we will communicate in the language that they understand, and that becomes a very serious issue to Twitter, and violating their rules. We don't know what kind of rule is that, and then they decided to embarrass the country, not the president. So therefore, they have to be suspended. You know, as you rightly said, I took them to court during NSAS process simply because I noticed exactly what these guys are trying to do is to break this country. They tend to amplify a lot of fake news and rise a lot of tension in the state, making the country to be more destroyed. So the best solution is to see how we can arrest them. And we did that. So at that moment, so many Nigerians don't understand. They came attacking me, insulting me, calling me a series of names simply because they thought I was going against NSAS. I wasn't against NSAS. I was against a tool that is planning to destroy Nigeria. And we have seen that very clearly. We have a very serious crisis in the southeast where these guys are destroying fundamental institutions of Nigerian democracy, INEC offices, police institutions, courts. They are killing people on the street, destroying people's properties. And then Twitter is behind them. That's why I used to call them, I think Twitter is like kind of an IPOP online machine. Because what they do more is supporting IPOP much more than the government. And IPOP, everyone knows they are anti-Nigeria. Their target is to destroy Nigeria. This even left somebody to be asking questions. We have Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the current director of WTO, on the board of Twitter. Is she part of the instigators of Twitter? Why won't she call them to order when they are talking against Nigeria? Why is it that we never had a single tweet or any comment from Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala about the activities of Twitter? Is she supporting IPOP? These are the kind of things that we need to be very, very clear about.
That into the conversation.
It is very, very necessary because this is very serious. You can't have an organization, a platform company, a company that is profit making, that is even making profit out of Nigeria, that has its massive users in Nigerian domain, that decided to carry its office to Ghana and employ Ghanaians against Nigerians, and then decided to keep sponsoring content against Nigeria and Nigeria's interests all the time. And then we decided to sit down and keep it. So we have to ask some questions. It's not all about Twitter. It's about the corporate existence of a country from a vile individual that is constantly calling the blood of me as a Fulani man and the blood of all Nigerians and any other person that claims to be Nigeria. So it's a very serious issue. It's not something we need to take it lightly. And that is why I am particularly very happy that the government has seen Twitter for who they are and decided to take this action.
Yes, according to the Ministry of Information, who tweeted on Twitter, it said, press release, FG suspends Twitter operation in Nigeria. And that is coming in from Lai Mohammed. And they went ahead to say the federal government has suspended indefinitely the operations of the microblogging and social networking service, Twitter in Nigeria. The Ministry of Information and Culture, Haji Lai Mohammed, announces the suspension in a statement issued in Abuja on Friday, citing the persistent use of the platform for activities that are capable of undermining Nigeria's corporate existence. The minister said the federal government has also directed the National Broadcasting Commission NBC to immediately commence the process of licensing all OTT and social media operations in Nigeria. Can they actually do that? That is what a lot of people are now talking about on social media. I think it's all interesting to note that, yes, you license your own. Can you take it out of this country into another man's country? Because the essence of this social media is to help people socialize with themselves from every part of the world. Can you actually sustain this? And people are saying that, yes, Nigeria, they know that, yes, we don't have the resources to do that, and they are doing all those kind of things just to further plunge Nigeria into further problems. And that is quite disturbing to an extent. How can you ban Twitter on Twitter? Lai Mohammed, this is a dumb move. What are you doing? That is what people are now asking on social media. And I don't know what will happen to Twitter influencers at the end of the day, because a lot of them will be taken away from market, and now they are going to start from scratch zero. Right now, Facebook has gone ahead to want to remove Mr. President, or to have removed Mr. President posts, which they believe that it is against their rules. And now is federal government still going to ban Facebook? That is what we are asking at the end of the day.
This not democracy military.
Yes, Aisha Buhari, Mr. President's wife, Dubai-based Nigerian First Lady Aisha Buhari deactivates Twitter account in solidarity with husband. That is another move by the president family. I think this is a selfish one because I believe that it is a personal conflict between Mr. President Buhari and Twitter CEO. Is a personal beef, and extending it to a country like Nigeria is tyrannical. That is what most lawyers, most politicians, most citizens are now talking about, saying that they should retrace their step, not because of one man you want to plunge a whole nation into crisis at the end of the day. And that is what is now up at this point in time. Guys, what do you have to say about this? I need that in the comment section so that we can talk about it further. But I think this is not a time to say you want to ban Twitter because you don't have the resources to provide the services Twitter is provided in Nigeria, and that is quite disturbing. Yes, other platforms you want to license right now, that means they will be over controlled. They will be governed by the government. Selfish interest. If the president doesn't like your tweet, like your face, they will just deactivate your account. That is quite disturbing to an extent, and the likes of Falana are saying that, man, we should put an end to this and then not support the presidency on the ban of Twitter, because this is another way to gag the people from freedom of information, and that should be investigated and should be kind of challenged in court to an extent. This is what I have to actually advise. Before I jump off, I want you guys to kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time I upload my videos. But if already subscribed, thank you for subscribing. Make sure you share my videos across social media platforms so that others will get to see what is trending and what we are talking about on social media.